Hello everyone, it's Old Guardian here. In this Warcraft Rumble HEROIC campaign guide, I'm going to show you how to beat Shadowclaw in Darkshore. Shadowclaw is generally considered to be one of the easier heroics and definitely the easiest heroic in Darkshore, because poor Shadowclaw cannot hit air units at all. So if you can get some air units at Shadowclaw, then they're just going to rip at it. Obviously, Shadowclaw does ignore air units because it can't hit them, and Shadowclaw does go into stealth mode. So if your air units are at Shadowclaw and you have nothing that would hold Shadowclaw in place, then Shadowclaw is just going to walk away. And Shadowclaw does have a lot of helpers that can hit air, because there's Huntresses, there's plenty of trolls, including 3 copies of trolls, there's Mountaineers also, there's Harpies, so Shadowclaw is not completely helpless. Shadowclaw is also a boss that moves around. It moves around in a circle here, and that's going to be important in a while in order to figure out how to actually defeat this. Also, there's a pretty big push coming at you right at the start, because there's a free Prowler, and there's a Mountaineer, and there's these trolls, so a lot of stuff is coming at you early on, so you need to defend, and then you would need to kill Shadowclaw. So I try to strike a good balance between units that help me defend and then units that will actually kill Shadowclaw. And the main unit that's going to kill Shadowclaw actually is Whelp Eggs, because Whelp Eggs are so phenomenal in this map. This bridges and high grounds are typically very important. I like to place my whelp eggs here below the bridge, and then when units are coming here, they pop the whelps, and the whelps pop up on top of the bridge, and then they will start shooting down at the units below. So those whelp eggs can deal tons and tons of damage, and it's quite important to start with whelp eggs in this map, because they just eradicate the initial push so hard. Then the timing part. Shadowclaw moves around here. So what you want to do is typically you want to send a strong push from here when Shadowclaw goes past. So then ideally that push is going to move here, and it's going to meet Shadowclaw when Shadowclaw comes around at the bridge or after the bridge, other side of the bridge, somewhere around here, and then you can drop more whelp eggs there. Shadowclaw is going to pop the whelp eggs, then all those whelps are going to shoot at Shadowclaw, your tanks are going to be tanking, and Shadowclaw ideally is going to fall. Depending on your levels and your talents, sometimes you are able to do it in a single go, and sometimes you require a couple of goes before Shadowclaw actually falls. But that timing, getting the push from here when Shadowclaw goes past so that you will meet Shadowclaw on its next round trip, that's going to be one of the key things to actually get the win. And this is the army that I have used for Shadowclaw. Works with all families. I actually did Shadowclaw 10 times with this because I did it with both accounts. So I use Whelp Eggs, Stonehoof Tauren, Safe Pilot, Griffin Rider, Footman, and Pyromancer. Whelp Eggs under the bridge, Whelp Eggs also being the main damage dealer against Shadowclaw. Footmen, great defensive units, you can split them, but you really want to send a Footman push towards the left so that the Footman will meet Shadowclaw. And because there's some air units like Harpies and Griffin Riders coming at you, you need to protect those Footmen, ideally with a Pyromancer. But also Griffin Rider can help protect them, and Griffin Rider also can deal a bunch of damage to Shadowclaw. Safe Pilot, mostly useful here for sniping some trolls, sometimes also dropping that on the bridge, killing whatever's underneath, and keep shooting from there. Stonehoof Tauren, excellent against Huntresses, excellent against Prowlers, just a strong defensive unit. But the real key here is the Footmen, who are going to tank Shadowclaw for quite some time, and the Whelps, who are going to deal a bunch of damage to Shadowclaw and who can be set up under the bridge so that they will deal with the pushes coming from under the bridge, and then Pyromancer really helping Footmen to survive. And this comp works without any talents, but if you have any talents on this, then everything is just going to be that much easier. And this is what it all looks like in action. I really thought I would be able to figure this out faster, but I mean, figuring new things out isn't always fast. This one out here. I didn't actually shoot at those at all. A bit of a surprise. Maybe I do need to commit a little bit more to this. Let's try to commit a little bit more. But not too much. The next set is already defensive set. Now we're already on the defensive. We're trying to catch those two, and we do. Then we're trying to get towards the harpies, and we do. Mine a little bit from that side. This should be able to kill that. It does. It does indeed, it does indeed. We set up a whaleback trap. And we split some footmen from here. A little bit of protection for the footmen. The whaleback trap is doing splendid work. Simply phenomenal work. This one will need to catch some trolls and harpies, and it does. We do a split push again. Yeah, so... Right. We'll set up an egg bomb over there. Move some footmen to that direction. Bomb those trolls with the safe pilot. Oh, something went a little bit wrong there, but it's okay. We're able to recover. Footmen are a little bit too early though. They shouldn't be that far. Let's split some footmen here. We need some more troops though to handle this. Oh, and there's a lot of power. No, this is incorrect timing now. This will be killed by the trolls. I think. It wasn't killed by the trolls. Well, then we're fine. Then we're fine. Not really fine, but comparatively. Alright, we can set up... We actually can't set up a whelp bomb because of the Griffin Rider there. Have to get rid of the Griffin Rider. Tauren will have to try to defend against the Prowler. Gonna need a Pyromancer here. I'm gonna try to go mine. Pyromancer can go here. We can set up a whelp bomb underneath the bridge. Except that the troll is going to eliminate the whelps. That's not going to work. No, 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 no. Mistake. Have some footmen here, and we're going to get to mine. Alright. This can be done. This can totally be done. The footmen and the mining can be done. Whelpegs. Now is the time to get the whelpegs out there. Now we're committed. Now we're pushing. No, we don't have a tank. We do have a tank. And we're pushing, and we got it. Dead. see, we open up by setting up the bomb. And this one go over there. I'm going to bomb those away. Get some footmen out here. Needed to spot the footman earlier. I was a little slow. Being that slow is not good. We're going to get quite a powerful push at the Shadowclaw here, though. With double whelps. Double whelp push is actually super strong now. Look at that. It just died. Thank you for watching. Click like and subscribe if you enjoyed this, and a special thanks to all of my Patreon supporters, YouTube members and Twitch subscribers who make all of these videos possible.